Greetings, greetings. Happy summer solstice. I don't think I've given an address or sent one of these videos since the summer solstice. I'm pretty sure I haven't. So happy summer solstice. Welcome to a new season. I pray that you have moved into this new season with a light heart, a positive mind, an open mind, so that you can fully experience what this season has for you. I definitely would suggest that you take a moment to research the spiritual significance of the summer season. I think you possibly will find something that is in alignment or resonates with you and what you have going on in your life right now. I also want to say happy new moon period. This is actually a quite interesting new moon energy. Interesting one because it's my birthday season, my Earth Day season, Cancer, and it's a Cancerian type moon. It's a Cancerian moon. And the interesting thing about a Cancerian moon is that it's already dealing with the moon. It's ruled by the moon. And then you have that Cancerian, which is very linked to emotional energy. And so I want to say during this new moon, um, be in tune with your emotions, be watchful of them, be intentional about managing your emotional and your emotions right now, your emotional body right now. Nurture your emotional body right now. Allow it to speak to you during this new moon period. And I think it's so many divine assignments that come with this new moon, but I'll speak of one that I think is important or essential for us to look at, and that is emotional memory. Really looking at ourselves and reflecting and seeing, is there any emotional memory that kind of is my go-to, or it's always showing up because it's a part of memory, because it's something that I've always felt or something I've always emoted in association with this situation or this type of situation. And if you're finding yourself, you know, falling into certain emotions that are not high vibrational, or that takes you down that road of sadness, anger, fear, or anything associated with it, you want to try to clean it up. And the best way I can say to clean it up is to face it, acknowledge it, acknowledge the fear, acknowledge the sadness, acknowledge the anger, acknowledge the frustration, and acknowledge the dissatisfaction, whatever it is. Acknowledge it, and then, how I say, wash it out with truth. And truth can be in the form of affirmations. It can be in the form of confirmative and affirmative statements to yourself, over the circumstance, over the situation. It's like Florence Scovian says, baptize the situation and be done with it. Baptize it. So tune into yourself and see, is there any emotional memory that's at play with me that no longer serves me, that is taking me down these roads of sadness, anger, fear, that I need to clean up. And really, cleaning up is all about how you think about it, the story you're telling about it, how you perceive it, the way you receive it. For me, it is my trust and belief that everything is always purposeful. There's nothing that happens in life, there's no circumstance or situation that we face that's not meaningful. And so, no matter how I feel, I'll sit with my feeling. I'll allow my feelings. But no matter how I feel, um, it's meant. And so, if it's a negating type emotion that I'm feeling towards it, what are negating emotions? Anger, sadness, fear, and all the synonyms that go with them. Okay. If any of those emotions are connected to it, I'm going to try to sit with it. I am going to sit with it until I'm really realizing, why am I feeling this way, and identify the what we call error thought in it, whether that's a fear or a feeling of loss or a feeling of insecurity or a feeling of violation, what anger, whatever that is. I'm going to wash it with affirmation. So, for instance, if I have an emotional memory with a family member because I know them, right? I know how they are. You know how they are. I know how they are. So you're functioning in emotional memory in association with that family member, in association with that situation. So instead of saying, I know how they are and that's just how they are and they'll never change, those type of things, and stay in that anger or sadness about it, affirm and say, everything is working out. Yeah. Everything is working out. All is well. It is what it is. The Almighty is in control. That's how you want it. When you're thinking about it, well, everything is working out. It is peace that I want. Reconciliation that I desire. So because I know that's a righteous desire, then I already know it's getting there. And so your response to yourself and to other people, if they ask, is, how is it going with such and such? It's getting there. It's getting there. It's getting there by grace and in a perfect way. By grace and in a perfect way. So during this new moon period, I encourage you to check in with your emotions. Ask yourself how you're feeling. Um, Find an emotion wheel that can help you. I use this emotion wheel when I'm doing coaching sessions. If you type in emotion wheels and go to images, you'll see a whole lot of emotion wheels that'll kind of give you a sense of all of the different types of words that speak to emotions until you're really able to pinpoint what you're feeling, right? And I'm specifically talking about more of the negating emotions, but your joy, happiness, your peace, your power, all of that is significant too, and asking yourself, why do what makes me feel at peace and what makes this peaceful for me? Like that's essential too for you to be aware of and be in gratitude about. Once you're aware of it, you acknowledge it and it becomes your standard, if you will, or part of your value system. And so those are important too, but I'm specifically talking about identifying any emotions, subtle or not so subtle, that are still there, and definitely tune into if there's some emotional memory you're dealing with that's causing, that forever cycle of negating energy towards certain situations, topics, parts of your life, people in your life. Is there any emotional memory that's at play that you need to do that kind of healing work within yourself to move past that? All right, so I invite you to join me for the new moon meditation. It will be held Wednesday evening. Those are always a nice time together. We just come together for about an hour, hour and a half. I talk about what are the divine assignments right now. I go a little bit more in detail. You get way more information and some journaling prompts to take with you. And then we go into a beautiful meditation that balances our heart, centers our heart, opens our mind, put us in a state of peace. And so that will be held tomorrow, Wednesday at 7:00 p.m. You can find the link to register in this newsletter. Just scroll down. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, look in the caption. You'll see the information in the caption. We do have a big event at the Garden this Saturday, so I invite you to come. It's a free event, family community event. It's being hosted here. We're not hosting it, but we are the host site. So they have absolutely invited us to invite our family. So this is your invite to come out this Saturday. It's going to be a good time. Vendors, music, a professional percussionist group is going to be out. Um, they're going to host a yoga class. I believe it's a yoga class and maybe a sound bath. It's a few things that's planned. So definitely come out. And I think that's everything. Giving thanks to all who came out to the sound bath on Sunday. That was such a beautiful vibe. Beautiful, beautiful vibe. And thank you to those who consistently come out on Saturdays and support the farmers market and OU Marketplace and just OU in general. Thank you so much for your support. Keep a lookout. I got a lot of stuff brewing, not a lot of stuff, but a few key things that's in the making right now. A couple of ebooks and one program, coaching program that I'm going to launch this year. So just stay tuned to your newsletter to know everything that's going on. Love and light to you. Enjoy the rest of this new moon period. Have a beautiful summer season and stay with us. Stay with us. Stay tuned. And then get involved. We always have something good going on here at OU. All right. Peace and love, y'all.